yeah, I should get my notebook.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Perfectly Techno here. We are finally back. We are in a different state, in a different time zone, doing different things. Also, 312, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, but we are...
Nope. Block that.
Block that.
Block that.
That's a hate raid account.
Kill it. Ellie, kill it.
Ban it, block it.
Is it
Murder it
slash
with
or
fire.
exclamation point?
Slash ban.
I'm doing my part.
It's blocked. Thanks, Ellie.
Thanks, Ellie.
Preach.
Yeah. Well then, Hasso, fuck your follow. Get out of here. This person who just... can you imagine just, it's an actual person just... What just happened?
I mean, that is... I don't know why they always use the same name, too. They just spell it out in different ways. I'm like, bruh, like, if you wanted to actually get some hate raids off, like, maybe be a little more creative.
Hey, like I said, they're not gonna make me feel bad. Slow down D&D a little bit as I just pull out this insult book and blast the hate raiders right back. Just go down the list, just, I got the perfect one for you, and then as we ban them, just insult them and then kick them out of my chat.
That would take a lot of work, because they have, like, 23,000 followers. It's not, like, a small amount of people that come.
Well, in that case, it's ideal for an ad.
True.
Now that is the answer.
Ideal for an ad. Did the going live thing just not go off in the cult?
Oh, it's been really slow for me. Like,
Yeah,
really
it's been, like,
slow.
super duper delayed.
Oh well. Okie dokie. Big crit halfwit time. Ellie doing God's work.
Guys, am I the halfwit?
I mean,
I
think we're all
halfway.
halfwits. You're the crit.
statistically. So,
Yes, that makes me the bit. Me and Brenda, we the bits.
Yeah.
so we are back. It's actually been, what, over a month since we played last?
Yes.
Since BCH
I'm in
ran
pain.
last. Anyways,
I'm in pain.
who wants to fill us in on what happened last time?
Isn't that your job?
I mean, it is my job, but I want to see what notes y'all took.
Oh, I got lots.
All right, well, last
I
time...
literally drew a picture of the coin that you described to us in my notes. The kobold coin.
As the artist does.
I described a coin?
You did. You
Yeah.
described a coin that the kobolds were flipping. It has a world tree on one side and a cut down stump on the other.
Oh, yeah.
I drew it.
During the
Familiar.
last session, it was also riddle time. There was a few different things of riddles, and Lyra got hammered.
So drunk.
Absolutely
True.
sent.
I look.
Absolutely sent.
Chat just said
And
I
in
look like a
classic-
dad who is a cop.
That is an accurate description, actually.
Also, hi Dave. Hi Mango. I don't know. I'll take dad cop. Dad cop runs D&D. The alliteration there is good. It is strong and powerful alliteration.
We came up with a thing earlier today. It's DN Docs, because our DM.
Yeah.
What?
Like, our DM earlier today kept saying things about, spoiling other characters' like backstory that we weren't supposed to know.
Dungeons and
so it was
doxing?
DN, yeah.
Oh. Fantastic. Anyways, okay, so there were some riddles.
Yeah, and eventually, in classic Elliot fashion, he failed forward into the solution of the last riddle and waited for everyone else to find their way. And then we found the carnival, or I should say the carnival finally let us in.
The Starling Spectacular.
The circus. Starling Spectacular Circus.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, so you guys got to the circus. You also very briefly turned into pixies.
Mm-hmm. That's how we got to the circus.
Yep. But you are in the circus, and I think the last thing that happened was you all threw Elliot through the air.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we
And he
ended by
was-
throwing Elliot.
And he was caught by acrobats. By, trapeze artists. As the ringmaster looks at you all and says, "Welcome everyone, boys and girls, to the greatest show between the worlds." And then I think that's where we ended.
Yes.
It is.
Did they polymorph themselves into giant ape? Giant ape is broken and amazing. They don't even have polymorph yet. They're level 2.
Level 2.
Oh, yeah.
Their
And we
polymorph
literally
is in
just
fact
got level
broken.
2 at the end of last session. Like, we didn't even do last session as level 2.
Yeah. Look at those. Hey, if everybody wants to look at the D&D Beyond extension plugged in, they're level 2 now. Look at those big, strong 11 health wizards.
Well, you know, it was very
Y'all
nice
better
that,
watch
as
out.
I'm flying
Yeah.
through the air, I just got a little bit tougher.
You were like, this
Just-
seems like it's gonna be a reoccurring thing. Like, just steal yourself.
Yeah, you remembered hitting the wall, and now you're starting to brace yourself.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I'll have just a couple more hit points, please. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's where we ended off. Everyone who's here hanging out in chat right now, thank you for being here for Bits, Grits, and Halfwits. But as we do at the beginning of every episode, let's go left to right and introduce our cast. If you're here at my channel, you already know who I am. So we will start with Elliot, played by
Isaac. I, just exist here. I'm not a streamer. The others have channels, but I do not.
And then next to Elliot, we have Lyra, played by
Hello, I am One Rosie CS on Twitch. And I'm here to have a good time.
And then we have Newson Stormhorn, played by
The Sky T here on Twitch as well, or Sky T nor without the, like everywhere else.
Sky T without the "the."
Yep.
And then lastly, we have Lulin.
And me, Brando. I play Lewin Bold Speaker. No stream, just here, vibes. You'll see me in everybody else's chat.
Brando starts stream soon.
No, Brando too tired.
I'm sad.
You know, it's fair.
Understandable.
I wake up at like 5 in the afternoon after work. Me no have time for stream.
Oof. That's the big tired. All right. Well, as the lights go low, the lights just disappear. It goes completely pitch black, and then a sudden spotlight appears on your party. And Elliot is just surprisingly back next to you. The last thing he remembers is flying. And then the spotlight cuts off of you and cuts to the center of the ring, where the ringmaster is standing there with a smile on his face, as it almost looks like fog is filling the center of the circus ring. He looks at you all and in a very sing-songy voice says, "Let me tell you a story of the way things were before." And as he says this, he waves his hands, and the lights in the room begin to shift rapidly, and they're changing colors from really, really light blue to almost emerald green with flashes of red and purple and yellow thrown in, all of this swirling together in the mist. And when the shifting ends, there's an ethereal map in place in the center of the room. He looks at the audience and says, "Before a time when cities would rise and men would go off to war." And he waves his hands as you see several things happening in rapid succession. You see castles made out of nothing but plants. You see an image of a minotaur in a pit fighting for its life. You see flashes of images from what seems to you, Lyra, to be Stipvale, of people working on machines and trying to get something to work. And then you see scenes that you're not quite sure about. Things from your memories. And it seems to each of you like you're all looking at what you consider your biggest failure. But it's only for a flash and then it's gone. And it's back to just... And the next image that appears is just villages built up on the sides of cliffs. And Aarakocra flying among them. He looks at all of you as the map calms and the images stop appearing. And what you're looking at seems to just be a forest. But the forest is shifting and moving abnormally. He looks at the audience and says, "There was a place between the worlds the gods all called their home." And as this forest shifts, you see the castles that you saw earlier start to rise from it. And they're sitting there, and it's almost like you're watching civilization happen, right? And you're just watching little towns pop up and disappear. And the ringmaster looks down, so the shadows from his hat are covering his eyes, and he smiles and says, "A magic land of twists and turns, beginnings, ends, and more." And as he says that, you realize, specifically Newson and Lulin realize, that all of the paths that have laid out between these towns look like a maze. And as he says, "and more," the smoke, almost as if it's being repelled from the center, just sweeps away up through the audience, and as it passes over you, you feel... You don't actually feel the emotion, but it feels like you're feeling the memories of the emotions in all the images that you just saw as it sweeps over you and out of the tent. And then the lights come on, and the ringmaster's not in the center of the room anymore.
Cool party trick, I guess.
Wow.
That was certainly something.
Huh. Do you think that this is the place between worlds?
I mean, it seems like it could be.
Does the performance look like it's done? Like, are people filing out?
As the ringmaster, as the lights come back on, it turns into more of your standard circus performance. So there are performers performing in the middle. Right now, there is a lion tamer in the middle, but it doesn't look... It looks like the narrative part of the beginning of the circus has concluded.
Did we get shunted out of the middle without realizing it?
Well, you were always at the top of the stairs. Because you guys walked in and then through Elliot. So the only one who was ever in the middle was Elliot, and he got put back with you all.
For future reference, I hate it when you guys throw me.
But it gets so many
no.
things accomplished.
Name
Also,
one.
excellent. I mean, you landed perfectly. Obviously, you're here. I
It was
mean,
quite good.
I'd heard
Excellent
that
form.
I'd heard that elves had light feet, but that was quite impressive.
Well, I try my best.
One of the
Knowing
kobolds
full well,
looks up at you and goes, "Is good form."
Do you
buddy.
have fans?
The
Mhm.
kobold's just gonna look down at his hands. He's gonna look back up at you and just kind of hold them out. Yes.
What?
I am also confused.
Lulin, did you say, do you have hands?
No, I said no. You have fans.
Oh my god, I was so confused. I thought you said, do you have hands? And I was like, that's such a weird question, but okay, I guess.
I said,
Yes, I do in fact have hands.
Does he want appies? I'm sorry.
Appy slices.
No, uppies.
No.
Oh, that was
Kobold wants
funny.
appy slices.
Oh, well,
Yes.
he can only have appy sauce.
Oh, tragic. Anyways. Yeah. The kobolds are kind of just watching you guys talk. Like, they're torn between watching you and watching what's going on in the center. Very distractible little lizard people.
Fair. Can't judge him for that.
I'm gonna turn to Newsin and say, did we ever ask what their names were?
The
Yep,
kobolds?
Yeah, the kobolds.
You know, I feel like they told us at
Oh,
some point,
I don't remember.
but I honestly, every time we talk to them, it's more about insults than anything else. So I don't know. Formality kind of went out the window.
Okay. I still feel kind of bad.
You could ask again. Wait, no, Lulin. You asked them. they only like Lulin. No, wait, they like you. They like you because you got drunk, Lyra.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna turn to them and say like, hey, what were your names again? I think I forgot.
The kobold that's paying attention to you looks deeply offended.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
And he's gonna look at Lyra and go, we take you to bar, we show you how to get drunk, and you repay us by not no name, Bob? Rude. And he's gonna turn around and just start watching the center again.
Oh, I got really drunk, to be fair.
I mean, how many shots did you take to get to us?
I stopped counting after 3, but there
Oh.
was more. There was a lot. It was a whole like platter of them. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow. I'm jealous.
Oh my, well, I mean, I bet we can find some shots here. To be fair, and I wouldn't mind a couple more.
You know, that's fair. Not a bad plan. I mean, it seems like the show doesn't necessarily need us anymore, so perhaps we should have a look around. I mean, at some point, we're going to have to leave this place, but I don't know if you leave the same way you got in. Are we meant to just, like, stop
So,
wanting to be here?
everyone give me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
solid 13.
Did that go? Okay.
19.
I think I got
15
17.
from Elliot.
Okay. So, Lyra and Newson. When Newson says the word leave, you notice that just for like a split second after the word leave is said, the colors become grayer. All of the sounds become muted like you're listening to them from underwater. And it just feels deeply wrong. And then everything just goes back to normal and you hear all the same sounds again.
That's kind of creepy. Did everyone see that it got a little like dimmer?
I definitely noticed that. She kind of like flicks her ears back and forward, as cows do when they're listening to things. But like because it's only for a split second, it's like it's gone back to normal. That was very odd.
Hmm. Well, I think we should at least take a look around at the other tents.
Yes, I mean I don't see why not. We're here, we might as well see what this place has to offer us.
All right.
Maybe we can figure out, the entire reason we're here is to try and figure out where these uh mimic creature coins are coming from, so perhaps we can find that and maybe try and stop it from being distributed.
Right. Okay. Let's I mean, I guess maybe someone's selling them?
When you say somebody's selling them, you just hear a voice from behind you just say, "No, not selling, just giving away."
Oh, thanks. Hey, would you take us to where you found them? Or point us in the right direction?
Maybe we should turn around and see who the heck is talking from behind us and listening to our conversation.
Or no, isn't it the kobold who said that?
No, that
No.
wasn't kobold speech.
Oh.
Kobolds
Oh.
speak much more in a much more stunted way. That would have been like, no pay, only free. That would have been how the kobold said it. So Newson whips around.
When you turn around, you see. Let me pull the image for you and the chat. Is it in this folder? It is in this folder. You see this guy.
That's one spooky dude.
Yeah. And he's just chilling up against the bracing pole between the tent flaps. He's just leaning up against that, looking at you all. He has no visible weapons, and he's just kind of hanging out. But you do recognize that this is the man who you all encountered in the square.
So could you stop giving it away?
I mean, I could, but why do that?
I mean, just go on to the next town.
Just
Do it
look this
there.
up.
I'd really just prefer it, you know.
Well, so what makes this town more valuable than the next one?
Nothing. That's why I think you should go on to the next one.
So you would just let the next town deal with the same
Yeah, the
problem?
next town isn't really well. I mean, they aren't paying me to get rid of it.
The question is, why are you so hell-bent on harming towns' economies with your false coins?
You know
Well,
what
it's not the
what they
economy
say
that's
about the
suffering.
structures that be.
I'm so glad we get to deal with someone that speaks senselessly. Great. Absolutely wonderful.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, you're not really hurting the people because the people are getting refunded by the town, and so you're just hurting, you know, the administration. And you do that, whatever. I don't care. Wealthy people are just be wealthy people, but these wealthy people want to give us money for you to go away. And so if you could just go to the next place and do that, and we can have our money from the wealthy people, that would be great.
You would trade so much effort for such a worthless thing?
Well, food doesn't seem worthless to me.
I suppose.
And besides, if you were to, leave the town, we collect the funds. Who's to say that we'll never know you went back?
Oh, something tells me that you'd be getting some very angry messages if I came back. How much are they paying you?
Someone with notes.
I don't believe that they stipulated how much they were going to pay us. They were simply, this is out of character. But I'm pretty sure it just was, we will reward you. It wasn't like a specific amount that we were promised.
Well, they weren't specific about the numbers. Which is also what I would say if I didn't know.
Out of character, out of character, they offered us food because it was the butcher, who's also the mayor.
I think it was money and some meat, but I'm pretty sure we never actually asked them for a specific amount. We were just kind of like, yeah, sure, we need money. I mean, both me and Lulin have like literally 5 gold to our names, and that's it. So we weren't really mincing words.
Well, you can go back now if you want. But I'm sure you'll find something much more valuable in the circus.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
So essentially,
I never got your name.
Who?
you never gave us yours.
Well, a name is not something you just give away.
You're asking us to give ours away.
It's the way the game works.
I thought you already knew our names.
He
Well, I
knows some
do,
of
but
our
that doesn't mean
names.
I have them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then how about you know them and don't have them? Seems good enough to me.
Ah, but where's the value in not having a name? I suppose in
Knowledge.
some circles, knowing one is enough. But I can promise you that I will not be returning to Rook's Rest anytime soon. There are more pressing issues.
More pressing issues. What could a circus between worlds have to deal with that is more pressing than swindling people, I suppose?
Nothing that overlanders need to concern themselves with.
All right, good enough for me.
Mm.
There's
Now
Are
that
you
value
all
in the
of us here?
circus you spoke about.
Anyways, as if you left the circus now, you would not be at the town you were when you walked in. I figure I should give you something to have made the trip worth your while. And he pulls out 4, they almost look like beads, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they are glowing brightly from within. And he is going to hold them out to Elliot.
Okay. I'll sort of put my hand out to receive the beads.
Those aren't gonna bite, right?
He rolls the beads into your hand carefully, and when you have them in your hand, they're warm. And
Ooh.
you can almost hear like talking coming out of them. The man looks at you and he
What are
goes,
these?
the man looks at you and he goes, "Your coin has no value here, so you'll need to trade with those."
I see. Well, thank you.
I want to poke at
Um,
those a little bit and say, I might be able to figure out what these things are if we want to sit around for 10 minutes.
Oh, I can just tell you what they are.
All right, what are they?
They're memories.
Oh,
Whose?
Whose is not my place to say. They're not mine.
can we see the memories, or are they just stuck in there?
Well, if you crack the bead, you'll get the memory. I mean, that is the inherent value, but there are many lost travelers who go in and out of the hedge. Some of them pay a toll in order to get back to the overworld again.
Mm-hmm.
So if we need more money, how do we get more memories?
The circus is respectable enough to have a extractor, per se.
Do we get to pick and choose?
You do. But every memory is valuable. And their value does change.
Based on what?
How important it is to the person who gives it away.
Do you lose it once you give it away?
Don't you lose most things when you give them away?
Everything except for a memory, usually.
Or a name, but that's why you don't give yours.
Hmm.
No, as soon as the extractor does his work, until you crack the bead, you will no longer have the memory.
Huh.
Interesting.
Isn't it? Anyways, I should be off. I hope that all of you enjoy your stay at the circus.
Well, we appreciate your hospitality.
You sure you won't give us that name?
No, I don't think I will.
So be it then.
And he steps back into the shadows, and as he steps into it, he just kind of vanishes.
Gosh, how strange.
Newson turns to Lulin and says, I think you were right about this place.
I think we should save these memories just in case there's a toll for us to get out. Don't think we should spend them here at the circus.
Yeah. There's a few memories that I might like to get rid of, though. Maybe we should find that extractor.
I imagine the less you value the memory, the less valuable the memory. If you want it gone, it will be less valuable. That being
Yeah,
said,
but
I don't
maybe I
know
don't
how
like the
they
value.
measure how valuable a memory is to you. So if you have a memory in mind that they extract, certainly you could claim that it is valuable to you.
Something tells me they don't trust your word around here.
This is true. I suppose if we find this extractor, we can ask him more questions.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to get rid of a memory? I mean, it seems like it's useful to know, you know.
Yeah, well, some things are better than not.
All right, let's
We'll see.
let's find this guy. Start walking around.
Yes. I guess we leave the main tent and go out.
So as you guys leave the main tent, you realize that the fog that they were using for the performance must just be natural fog in the area, because probably a half foot on the ground is just covered in fog entirely. There are a ton of people walking around the circus, way more than you Definitely way more than you saw in the tent.
Hmm.
And most of them look like they haven't left here in a while. Do any of you have proficiency in history?
Uh, I don't think so, no.
I do.
No.
Oh, did catch? I do.
Roll history for me.
Okay. History.
Thanks, Ellie. I appreciate it.
I think 11.
So,
Yep.
even with an 11, you can tell that some of these people are wearing outfits, at least some of the humans you see, that haven't been in fashion in Stipvale for decades.
I'm gonna say, I think some of these people have been here a long, long time.
Are they, so you said there's a lot of people. Are they like swarmed, like moving around us? Are they like acknowledging that we're even here?
They're pretty much like, imagine you're on like a busy city street or like you're in an amusement park and you just kind of stopped in the middle of the path. They're just kind of going around you. Like, it looks like everybody has a place where they want to go. Hey, Panini, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Also, Brando, I saw yours earlier. Also, Sky, thanks for the host. Lots of things I need to say. Just
Good.
while I get
Also,
on
Ferret redeemed an insult like right before we started.
Did he? Okie
Yeah.
dokie.
Insult Mr. Appy Sauce Hands himself.
Ferret, you look like a professional blind date.
Oh my god.
Take that how you will.
Are any of the, so like we're outside and we can see these small tents that are kind of around the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them like labeled or anything like that? Is there any rhyme or reason to them? Can we see like which ones are more popular maybe?
So, it's actually strange, right? Because you can see all of these tents, but you can't see inside any of them. It's almost like there's a layer of smoke or water between the outside and the inside.
So we can't see like with the crowd of people, like is there one tent that more people are going into?
They appear to be they appear to be going into them almost at random.
Okay.
The kobolds are going to wander out of the big tent, and they just kind of walk up, and they're just meandering around your feet.
Like cats.
Yeah, one of them's gonna look up and go, "You look lost."
We had to be lost to get here, didn't we?
The kobold smiles knowingly, and just says, "Yes, but you look like not know where want and go."
Well, not knowing where we would end up when we got here means that we inherently don't have any idea of where we would want to go.
What's your favorite place in this place?
Took like place in Stipvale that give lots of fish.
That's a good place. Do I know that place?
Do you know good fish place in Stipvale?
Oh, sorry, that was out of character.
Yeah,
Do I have to
out of
guess about
care.
this?
I mean,
Yeah.
is good fish in Stipvale enough for you to go off of to figure out what something is?
Maybe not. I'm like, I don't know if I've been there.
You want to take?
I would Stip. You know what? Never mind.
But I kind of meant in the circus.
Duke knows what meant. That how circus work. Door take you where want go.
Oh.
So then, what do I'm interested in knowing more about the currency of this place. How do you kobolds get money to travel around here?
The same way kobolds get money in Big World.
People just give it to you?
Or we do tasks nobody else want. Like destabilize local economy.
I see.
Yes.
So your part in that endeavor in the Rook's Rest was to make money here, not there.
Yes. Yes.
I
We make money
I
there
see.
too, but it work out.
That's fair. I guess win-win for you guys.
Veska give kobolds many memories. Pass out coins.
Do you know? Wait, you said Veska?
Yes.
Is that the name of the hooded man?
That name hooded man give kobold.
Interesting.
But he give, so maybe not name.
False name.
Yes. Well, Took also Veska now.
Took is you are also Veska, so
Yes,
you
hooded
took
man
you.
give name.
Ah, I see. What is the value of having a second name?
Name good
All
trade.
sorts of things.
You make deal with name, then trade name other person. Other person's deal now.
That's fair.
Yes. Value just what you think it be.
I see.
You Minotaur. You all your name have your all's names more value.
Because we have so much value in our familial names.
Because mean more.
Yes. That makes sense.
Short book lady though name might be more valuable than Minotaur.
That's weird. Wonder why.
Well, I would
Because
argue
who parent are.
I guess my parents are kind of important in like the scheme of things.
Yes. Big value.
I think I'd argue the most valuable name is Elliot's, considering how much he was trying to get it.
Elliot, not very valuable name. Other name though.
So you're saying we can just get rid of a name?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, I believe that if you give away your name, you're bound to the contract. However, if you're able to get somebody else's name, you can use it to pay for a service and bind somebody else to that contract. But you have to be given that name first.
Kind of how it worked, but also kind of wrong. So, Took go to person, give name as Veska, make deal, yes? Then Took leave, and then give you name Veska. Now you responsible for Took deal. Because you Veska now.
So you could use your name to take if we for example, if I were to give away my name
It feels
for
good, man.
several different favors and then give it to the hooded man, he would be saddled with all of those.
Yes.
I see. So you could be strategic with it if you didn't have value in your name or if you had alternate names. to fall back on.
Yes.
This place is certainly shaping up to be exactly what you thought it was, Lulin. This is a maze.
I know my teachings.
You do.
Absolutely. He's just gonna give him a big proud smile. He's gonna give News a little rub on the head. Give a little pat.
You both
She
first
grins.
Minotaur here long time.
But not ever.
No. No.
Minotaurs-
Minotaurs all left after Big Stormhorn left. That what Ringmaster says. That why no more big cows in maize.
You mean Olfast?
Sound right. Name was quick. Old quick. Yeah, that
This-
sound right.
This is the original maze?
Yes. Not called maze no more though.
Yes, the circus now.
No, circus is in maze, but circus is not maze.
So there's other places.
Yes.
Do you all know how to get to other places in here?
We kind of just go where circus go.
I see. So you stick with the circus.
Yes. Yes.
Are there people that know how to navigate this place?
Yes.
Beyond the circus, I mean.
Yes. There are wayfinders. They find the way.
Why would you want to stay in this place? I thought y'all hated the maze.
Maze is placed where those who have nothing have stuff.
Well, sure for the goblins, but for the minotaurs, I might not know much. But I know that you guys are particularly unsavory of this place.
Precisely why I was asking for people who know how to navigate it. We are Minotaurs are not good at navigating mazes. We are particularly unfond of them, I would say. There's been a concerted effort to avoid them, in fact, as
Hooded men tell story that Big She-Cow does not know how to navigate anyway.
Newson glares, but does not say anything.
Well, you guys were talking about having gone to Stipvale from here. Do you do that on purpose, or do you just kind of end up there? Like, could we get there too?
You just need wait for Carnival stop moving.
How do we know when it stops moving?
Fog goes away.
Oh,
Is
Oh,
there a
that's good
way
to
to request a stop?
Talk to Ringmaster probably.
maybe we should do that. I do need to get to Stipvale.
Well,
Oh?
we have many people who we need to talk to, such as the Extractor, the Wayfarers, and now the Remaster. To whom shall we talk to first?
Well, if the ringmaster is who stops this place so we can leave, I would say the ringmaster would probably be last. However, our lovely friend Tukir has given us a lot more information about how the currency system works here, at least as far as names are concerned.
Yes.
So,
Don't give much information, and he's gonna hold out a hand.
let me look at. I'm going to. Let's see. I gotta look at how much money I have again. It's not much. But I remember we converted to silver last time intentionally for this specific. I will give him. I'll pull out my pouch and give him 10 silver.
He looks at you as you pull out the coin pouch and goes, "No. We not in up place, we in down place."
Well,
We just say you took.
all right.
You took memory of what crush can feel like.
Okay. Agreed.
Anyway, you follow. Took show how use doors.
All right.
So
And-
Took makes his way up to one of the tents. And he looks at all of you and he go, "It real simple. It same way how get here. Tent take where need go. Or where want go."
So we simply have to intend to go to a specific place or person, and it will drop us there.
Yes.
Gosh, that's quite useful.
Yes. Don't get distracted though. You think of wrong thing as walk through door. It no be good. It be real bad.
Can we think of places we haven't been?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it more of don't think of place with bad memory about. Don't need keep mind focus.
I see.
Oh, such a hard task for us Minotaurs.
Well,
Just empty your mind.
should be easy. Except for her.
So,
She gonna have problems. They point to Lyra.
yeah. Well, I feel like getting drunk also isn't a good idea again.
I
Trying
think
to
your
stay
mind will
focused.
wander more.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. But so to use these doors, we have to wait until the circus stops, right?
No, doors use at whenever. Doors all connected to circus.
So we can walk through the doors, for example, and think of the extractor, and it will take us to the extractor. However, we have to wait for the fog to clear in order to think of a place in the overworld or from where we're from.
Yes.
I'm just
Above
And-
place can only go when
What?
gate open. And he points to like the edge of the circus where you came in. And you realize that the entire area around the circus is like a wall of like almost a wall of fog. So you can still see the sky and you can see like vaguely the trees and all that outside. But you are, for all intents and purposes, just in a room where the walls are made of fog.
Wow. All right. Well, let's think about the extractor then.
Okay, Took let you go on your way.
Thank you.
Yes, Took find later to claim debt.
all right.
So,
Okay.
you guys are trying to think of the extractor as you walk through this door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me wisdom saving throws.
I actually have proficiency in. Let's see. I guess it's just saving throw in general.
Oh,
See
no.
how we do.
Uh-oh.
Well.
Oh no.
Oh
No,
no.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
a
no.
So, Lyra, Newson, and Elliot, you end up, you step through the door, and you are in a room that is full of like hookah smoke. And in the back of the room, around the middle of the room, there's just a satin curtain that hangs down, and a woman leans out from the satin curtain. And you can only see her upper body. And she just looks at all of you and goes, "What can I help you with today?"
Well, I think that Newsden wants to get a memory extracted, and we were just kind of curious about the whole process.
Well, the process goes like this. I will extract however many memories you want for the cost of one that I choose.
Ooh.
Interesting deal.
Hmm.
So if we're going
So
to,
where'd Lulin go?
Only the
He was
three of
in-
you came in.
That's probably bad, huh?
Lulin,
Yeah.
you step through this smoke, and as you do, you can't get the thought of the maze out of your mind.
Oh no. Which is fair. That's pretty accurate.
And you step through this smoke, and you step out into a hallway made of flagstones.
Okay.
And all you hear in the distance is just the dripping of water. And there is barely enough light to see 2 or 3 feet in front of you.
I'm going to reach into my bag, pull out my tinderbox, and light a candle.
Okay? So you light a candle and your vision expands. And at the end of the hallway, you see a left turn and a right turn.
Um, on I'm going to go to that intersection,
Mm-hmm.
and uh I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
It's essentially going to be a high meditative and just to a quick prayer to a higher being of one that protects us, of who we worship, being whether that be the great tree or etc. I'm going to give guidance to myself in hopes to going to the correct path, and I'm going to go left. Me going left, I'm going to um I'm actually going to pull out a javelin and snap it. I'm gonna break it so I have just the tip of the javelin.
Okay.
And on my armor, um, I'm going to scratch an L on my left armband,
Okay.
and then I'm going to proceed going to the left corridor.
Alright, so you proceed down the corridor.
Yes.
The rest of you. The extractor is patiently waiting for your decision.
do we get to know what memory we want before we agree?
Oh, I'll just take one of the ones I make for you.
Oh, I see.
I don't know, Newsom, do you want to do it? I mean, the kobold will be mad at us, but I'm sure we could figure something out.
I have to. I already agreed to give him that specific memory. There's no turning back on that now.
Okay.
The extractor looks at Lyra and she says, "Oh, are you new here?"
Yeah.
Ah, see, it's good that your friends realize the importance of a deal here is much, much stronger. Trying to
Hmm.
break one can kill you.
Oh gosh.
Now, what can I take from you?
I have to decide if we're going to make this deal. I don't simply want to have just 2 memories removed. We might as well make sure that we can cover any fees that we may encounter here. Quite clear to me that nothing comes free in the circus. We don't want to be caught without leverage.
A wise decision. Uh, well, you guys decide on what memories you're gonna get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Lulin,
Yeah.
as you proceed through this just dimly lit corridor, you come across a hexagon-shaped room that has mounts for chains on each of the walls directly above a door. So there are hallways going off in 5 other directions. 2 on your left, 1 straight ahead, and 2 on your right. You also begin to hear whispers. One of them is back. What are we going to do about this? What do you do?
Um, I'm going to go uh peek my little cow ears into each of the corridors and find out which one the whisper's coming from, essentially just listening for an echo. And then I'm going to proceed to walk down that corridor with my with the blade, or I guess the point of the javelin now holstered. I'm going to have my warhammer out.
Okay, roll investigation to see if you can figure out where the whispers are coming from. Investigation check, 15. Okay, so yeah, so you can pretty accurately figure out where the whispers are coming from, and you head down the second corridor on your left. And as you head down the corridor, it begins to get brighter and less dreary. You have just a weird sense in your mind that you're moving up.
Okay.
The rest of you, have you decided what memories you'd like to get rid of yet?
I have a question for you.
For me as a DM?
Extractor.
Okay.
No, to the extractor.
Yes.
What do you have a name that you like to be called, first of all?
Extractor is fine.
Okay. Can you explain the value of memories to us?
Hmm. It's a difficult concept, you understand.
Of course.
But the more emotion that a memory contains, the more it's worth.
I see. So, does the emotion that is contained within it Uh, do the emotions have different values, or is it sheerly by volume?
Well, you're all from up above. I'm assuming you've used coins before.
Yes.
Imagine if each coin was only as valuable as it was to the person you were trading it to. The value in a memory will vary from person to person.
I see. So someone could value memories that contain loving feelings more than they would value angry feelings.
And
Things of
some are
that
so
nature.
consumed with hate that all they want is others' rage.
I see. All right.
Lulin, as you travel down the corridor, it transitions almost immediately, like you don't even realize it, through from flagstones to hardwood. Like you didn't notice like a gradual change, it just changed. And the walls around you now have banners from different nations on them, and they have portraits of minotaurs and humans and elves. And it's just there's torches on the walls. It's no longer dreary. It's almost homely. And at the end of the hallway is a door.
Lulin's gonna look at each of these banners. He wants to see if they're current banners. Uh, he knows and understands that the maze has been around for millennia, if uh, so he's trying to grasp into his memories. Well, he's trying to roughly sketch these down
Okay.
to have a comparison to see if they are in fact up to date as far as banners and such.
You got your notes ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first banner on your left is just an almost void black circle in the center with what look like tentacles coming off of it in every direction. The one on your right looks like a world tree. One of them is a dove being pinned down by a skeletal crow. One of them is two swords crossed together, but in place of gems on the pommels, there are eyes.
Can you repeat that one?
It is two crossed swords, and instead of gems on the pommels, they have eyes. There's one that looks like a sun with its rays going down, and it almost looks like the sun has wings. There's one that is just a flame, like the banner just looks like it's literally just a flame. And then there is one that is just a skeleton at the end of the hallway.
Can you describe to me the one with the dove? It was the dove pinned down, and I didn't catch the rest of that.
It's
By a
pinned down by
skeleton.
a skeletal crow.
Terrifying.
Could also be a raven.
Got it. After I'm done running this down, is just in description, rough sketch as best as I could. I'm going to then go through the door.
All right, you step through the door, and we'll cut back to the group at the extractor.
Okay. I'm writing out a list.
Hmm. She's going to look at Elliot. And you? Do you have any that you wish to trade?
I'm gonna turn to Newsen and say, do you want us to cover some so that you don't have to give away so many?
Presumably, each of us would have to pay in order to have memories extracted. I doubt one memory will suffice for extracting memories from multiple people.
Right. I just feel like it's unfair to have you have to give all of them, you know?
I am the one that made the deal. So, besides, Elliot already has our miscellaneous money, and I believe I am ready. So Newsen kind of walks over.
Do you hand her a list? Or
I guess, do you need me to say them out loud, or do I simply need to think
however,
of them?
however you wish to do so, you will need to guide me to the memories.
All right. I can speak them.
All right. And what is the first one? And as she says this, she reaches her arms back behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And when her hands come back out, one of them is adorned with, it almost looks like gold, like a glove made of gold filaments with gems inlaid all over it. And in the other hand, she has a gossamer thread.
Wow. Lyra's gonna lean in and, or not get too close, but like try to look at it pretty closely.
The extractor is entirely focused on you, Newsom.
The first memory I need removed. This one you cannot claim because it is part of a deal.
Okay.
It is the sensation of holding a can and crushing it in my fist.
As so she holds the glove up to the side of your head, and as the rest of you watch news, and you can't see this because it's behind where your eyes are,
Yes.
she starts moving her hand as you guys can see this, like, it almost looks like string, but it's brightly glowing, very light blue, almost white. And as she pulls it out, she takes the gossamer thread and begins to intertwine them together. And when she gets to the end of the memory, she uses a small blade on the thumb of the glove to cut the memory off, and then she wraps it into a ball with the thread. And as that is done, it almost coalesces into the same kind of glassy memories that Elliot was given. She takes it and she sets it down in front of you. And the next one?
The flavor of the last meal of boiled carrots that I shared with Lulen.
She does the same thing. It doesn't take nearly as much time because it's
Smaller. Mm-hmm.
And the rest?
The feeling of exhaustion after my last training session back in the Minotaur lands.
So, you notice, Newsen, as she's taking these, you are, in fact, you're not losing just the feeling, you are losing the whole memory.
Yes.
But the feeling is helping her guide to specific moments, so it's working out. And she's going to take that and set it down in front of you. So there are now 3 memories on the table in front of you.
picking a single flower from a dry savanna as Lulin and I traveled to the Rook's Rest.
Interesting. This before or after the kobolds?
Before.
Okay. She's going to take the memory.
The name that was given to us by the kobold that robbed us.
She reaches up to take the memory. And as you describe it, she stops and goes, I don't think I'll be making that one.
Why is that?
It benefits us to not make memories of the Dark Man.
The Dark Man. All right. The uncomfortable moment where the mayor of Rook's Rest implied that Lulin and I were married. She makes a grossed out face while saying that.
She happily takes that one.
That's all.
Alright, so there's now 4 memories in front of you. And she's going...
That should be 5.
She didn't take the one of the name.
No, I know. That was a list of 6.
Ah, very well. Then 5. I can count.
Yeah, it's fine.
Brain work good.
I specifically spent all that time because I was like, okay, I need to make sure that we have enough for currency after she takes hers and after the one that I already promised to someone.
Yep. So what you get is she gives you well, there's 5 memories in front of you. She just reaches out. She separates the one that you have to give Tuke.
Yes.
And then she just closes her eyes and just takes one at random.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Do I know which one she do I know
You don't even remember what's in the memory orbs.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So I guess it would be up to somebody else to know which one she took.
Yes.
Well, I guess the only one that would even be able to do that is Lyra. She was watching, but other than that,
Do I know?
Roll perception.
Okay. Perception. It's ooh, 19.
She took the memory of picking the wildflower.
Okay.
And then she's going to give you the rest of the memories. And she's going to say, will there be anything else?
That's it from me. And she holds the 4 that she got and steps back.
I may have a few things to get
Oh.
out. Yes, though if it's okay with the group here, I think a little bit of privacy might be in order.
She's going to look at you, Newton and Lyra, and go, you're more than welcome to step out.
All right. Do we just think of the circus then?
Think of whatever you wish.
Okay. I'm gonna think of the circus and see if Lulin's back on the other side, hopefully.
Yeah,
And
I will do the
step
same.
through.
Cool. Both of you give me wisdom saving throws.
14.
Newton, you end up back at the circus.
Okay.
Lyra, you step through, and you are in a tent that is just full of junk, and we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Lulin, as you
Yeah.
push through the doors.
Yeah.
You find yourself standing in front of a mirror. Like, the doors open, and this mirror just coalesces where the doors were.
Okay.
And you are staring at yourself. But you are staring at what you consider to be the worst possible version of yourself. So tell us what that looks like.
The worst possible. Well, firstly, it's currently storming, so first, I'm sorry if you hear the rumbles and tumbles, and if I just cut out, that's why.
Okay.
The worst that would probably be Lulin is he would have abandoned the village after what had happened during the war. Being one of the few minotaurs that were able to escape being turned to stone, and also being the minotaur to train the newly recruits. He would have sought to be a bigger failure. He would have left everybody behind, including Newsen, and probably dead due to the dislike or distaste of minotaurs around the world. He would just not be healthy. There would be extreme depression, extreme anxiety, as though every enemy is right behind him. He would look thin and frail instead of the big buff boy that he is. He would just look extremely unsettling and sad.
Paranoid, enraged.
Absolute paranoia. Depression, anxiety, enraged. Any teachings that he would have had with the maze would have been gone. He's essentially just walking around a sad maze that's just right in front of him, having no goal to go to. Just lost.
As you stand in front of this mirror and you are just looking at yourself, I'm assuming like transfixed by what you're seeing.
Yeah.
A voice behind you says, "Really? That's what you think you are?"
I try not to think it.
Well, I'd hope not. It doesn't exactly serve the purpose. Are you turning around to see who's talking to you?
I am in fact turning around.
As you turn around, you see probably the biggest minotaur you've ever seen in your life. Like, 11 feet tall, almost as wide as the hallway. His horns look wide enough that they should be brushing the walls of this hallway, but for some reason they aren't. And you and every other minotaur would have enough knowledge to know that you're looking at Ulfast Stormhorn.
I'm gonna take a knee and bow, as soldiers would do, to present gratefulness and respect.
He's just gonna kind of look at you. Stand up.
Yes, sir. And he's going to do so as well. He's gonna stand, horns up, arms down, and he's still holding on to his hammer, but the hammer part is actually laying on the ground, like it's on the ground. And he's just gonna look and make eye contact.
He's gonna he looks right at you and goes, "None of that, sir. We're not in the city."
Sorry, sir. Just it's weird. I'll say that it's unusual.
What is?
Just everything. Everything's just been so unnatural in the last few days. I just don't know how to explain things.
Well, we rarely do. I mean, I'm assuming you've come here for your naming trial.
He's gonna tilt his head. My naming trial. Was I not already?
It is one of the old ways.
I see.
Back when we first escaped the maze, those that came through after us would receive a new name upon getting through the maze themselves. I had assumed that was what you were here for.
No, sir. To be honest, I stepped through one of the tents in the between worlds. My
And
mind
you
is fixed on the
and
maze through
you
my
were afraid.
teachings. I was concerned for not only myself but for my party.
Oldfast walks up to you, and as he does, with every step he takes, it feels like the ground is just shaking. And he walks up next to you, and it almost seems like the hallway has expanded. Like, there's no way conceivably that the two of you should be able to stand in this hallway next to each other.
Yeah.
And he's going to look at the mirror and go, "Are you afraid you are going to turn into that?"
Leland's going to turn around. No. I'm not afraid. If it wasn't for Newson, I would have.
And who is Newson?
He's going to turn around. Newson?
I've been in here for well over 200 years. I do not know a Newson.
I see. Out of character, your last name is Stormhorn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just didn't want to make a buffoon out of myself. Newson Stormhorn Sword. Sir. Cannot speak.
Ah. I'm assuming this is some sort of relative.
Yes. I could imagine. She was my star pupil. She did the best combatant I've ever trained. Proceeded to give her through the advancements. And if it wasn't for her, I probably would have turned into that.
Ah. I understand. But you are not afraid of turning into that?
Not anymore now. I'm
Lulin
concerned
Oathspeaker.
for other people to become lost. I'm more concerned for my party to become lost than I am for myself. We are to guide those through the maze. Correct?
Correct. And if you get back to the world, you would carry their burdens?
Without a doubt.
He smiles and goes, "Let's see if you can earn your name." And as he says that, I need you... Well, okay, so I'm going to tell you what you see, and then you can decide.
Okay.
So from either corner of the mirror, an ethereal chain has just shot out towards your hands.
Okay.
Do you try to dodge it?
Uh. Yes.
Give me a dex save.
It's a 6.
So even with the 6, as soon as you think about stepping away, the chains vanish. And Ulfast looks at you. Are you not as willing to carry their burdens as you said?
I didn't where there was that from training and everything. Typically when things are shot at me, you tend to dodge.
I suppose that would be beneficial to surviving. Well, now knowing that they're coming, do you accept their burdens?
Uh, he's going to nod. He's going to re-equip his hammer. He's just going to outstretch his arms, accepting the chains.
Their burdens are yours. And as he says that, the chains lash out, and one end lands in both of your... So, one of these chains... There's 2 chains, right?
Yeah.
The ends of each one lands in one of your palms, and then the chains unhook from the wall and wrap around your arms. And give me a Constitution saving throw as you just feel this searing pain. So...
Okay.
You wince. It hurts. You don't take any damage, but this is not a comfortable feeling in the slightest. And when the feeling ends, as you look down at your hands, you realize that there are, in the style of the Minotaur, there are intricate chain tattoos going from your palms around the back of your hands and then circling up both of your forearms.
Okay.
Ulfast looks at you and says, "Best of luck." And then you're just out of nowhere, you are just standing back in front of the tent you walked into. And Newson steps out of the tent. Elliot.
So the as they sort of walk out the door, Elliot will turn back to the extractor and go, "There are 4 memories I wish for you to take.
And take them, I shall.
Some more abstract than others, but I think the most straightforward will be a moment when I was in town earlier, and I saw my brother. The fear that it put into my very soul was unproductive. I'd like you to take that memory first."
She smiles as she reaches up. And there's nobody in the room to notice it, but the threads aren't blue this time. They're red. As she cuts the memory, turns it into a ball, and it changes from red to blue as she passes it in front of you and sets it on the table.
Next, there was a birthday. My 6th birthday. It was the happiest moment I remember in my old life. It draws me back to the idea of going back, and that is more dangerous than anything I can imagine.
You wish to forget being happy?
I wish to forget the draw to that place, to my old home.
Interesting. And she takes the memory and sets it in front of you.
Finally. Or wait, not finally. I had friends back when I was young, very young, and they stood by me and supported me for a long time until they discovered a truth about me. And then they left. I would like you to take everything but their betrayal.
Everything but their betrayal?
Yes. the good about them is irrelevant. The betrayal is important.
So she starts pulling this memory and spooling the thread. And what you start to realize as you watch everything good about all the friends you had as a child is that she's putting more than one memory down in front of you. And by the time she's done and the only thing left in your head is these people betraying you, there's probably 6 more memories down in front of you.
I think that's it.
She's going to reach down and she's going to pick up the memory of you being happy. She's going to look at it. She's going to look at you and she's going to say, you know, I think I'll keep this one for when you want it back. She's
Well,
going to slide it
don't remember what it is.
back
but
behind the curtain.
that's-
Lyra,
that's-
you are in a room full of junk. Or what seems to be junk.
Am I? So I'm in a tent or just a room?
It kind of just it feels like you're in a tent, like it's kind of drafty, like you're in a tent, but it looks like a storage room. But it's just stuff cluttered and piled everywhere.
It's like, gosh darn it! I can't focus for 1 second in my whole life, and I'm gonna start kind of shuffling through this stuff. Like, what is this? What's being stored here?
Roll me a D100.
Okay, oh, keep reaching toward my physical device.
Exciting.
As one does.
100.
100 roll.
Did that go? Okay. 39.
The first object you find as you pour through these things is a very frilly parasol that is just closed.
Fashionable.
Is the general so these items are like in general, are they just completely random, or is there some sort of like sense to them? Like, are these lost
They're pretty
things?
random.
Are they... Okay. Huh. Well, I guess I'm gonna put the parasol on my shoulder and look around and see if there's an exit anywhere.
As soon as you put the parasol on your shoulder, a door appears at the other end of the tent.
Well, that's pretty convenient, I guess. I'll walk over there and peek out, see if the door leads anywhere good.
You can't see through it.
Alright. Leap of faith then. Walk on through.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom savings.
And this, for anyone watching, is how Lyra gets separated from the group and never
13.
returns to the party. Yeah, you end up back at the circus.
Thank God.
Lyra is just stuck forever in the lost and found room.
And then, Elliot, are you leaving the room? Do you have anything else to ask of her?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out of that. Head on
Okay.
back to the circus.
Give me that saving throw.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord.
You step through the door, and you find yourself in what essentially just feels like a hut in the woods. And
Interesting.
it's a single empty room made entirely out of wood. There are furs and pelts and pieces of meat hanging from every available surface. And in the back of the room, sitting next to a fire, is just an old man.
Hello. I didn't mean to intrude on your abode here.
Oh, I hadn't noticed you walking in. Welcome.
May I ask where exactly we are?
We are in one of the glades.
Huh. Now follow-up question, what does that mean?
The glades are places where worlds pass through each other.
Where worlds cross through each other, is that what you said?
I did.
Interesting. So what worlds are these then?
Yours and the hedge.
Huh. Well, it seems nice here.
It's comfortable. I
long
suppose
have
you
you
would
lived
feel
here?
comforted here, as you've been between two worlds your entire life.
That does, well, sure know more about me than I know about you.
Well, you recognize one of your own.
Hmm. Very well.
But
Sorry, out of character, how many of the memories did I get when
I think you got 7 or 8.
7 or 8?
How many questions did you ask her before you asked her about the friends? Oh no, she kept one.
Just
So you have 7.
okay. So I had the original 5 and then another 7. Cool.
The original 4.
Oh, it was 4. Sorry, I wrote that down wrong.
I
Yep.
think you asked a total of 3 things. The friends
Yeah.
one was 6 marbles total. She kept one of the 2. So wouldn't it be 7
Yeah.
would be the full. That's why I wrote all mine down.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
will need you
Well, I
guys.
have a,
I will
like,
need you guys
a
to
list on
track
papers
what
here.
memories you have in your possession. I know that's
Yes.
kind of rough, but it's also very important.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I do have those written down.
This man offers you a seat, Elliot. And it's just an
I'll take
old
the seat.
wooden rocking chair in front of the fire that he's sitting in front of. And
Yeah.
he
Am I like particularly cold, or is it
it's comfortable.
okay?
He looks at you and he goes, "So what's your story?"
Well, between worlds, running from an old life to a new life that seems less obtainable by the day.
And why is that?
Well, fate seems to have a plan and doesn't quite line up with mine.
There's no such thing as fate.
Well, a whole lot of things go wrong before they go right, I guess.
And you feel what? That you aren't strong enough to do anything?
Well, I'm not. I mean, my friends, my new friends, my old friends, just they're more powerful than me, and more often than not, they're the ones protecting me. I just wish it was the other way around, quite frankly.
And what would you give to be powerful?
Well, that's a good question. It depends on the power, I suppose.
Well, what kind of power do you seek?
The power to protect.
Ah, but there are many ways to protect. What
Well-
power do you seek?
Magic. Magic power is where I believe I can shine.
And what if magical power was something I could offer you?
Well, what would you require from me?
A favor.
Okay. A favor of what variety? Murder?
I won't know until I
Getting
need
your
it.
laundry? Yes, the blank check.
The blank check.
Better be pretty powerful power.
It is
How could
potent.
you assure that to me?
He picks up a knife from the table next to him and just slams it down on his hand. And you watch as this dagger hits him, you watch the tip of the dagger just blunt and crumble.
Well, that certainly seems like the type of power I'm after.
You wouldn't need anybody to protect you.
And I could protect those who need it.
Or those who you perceive to.
Well, very well. If the cost is a mere favor, I'll accept.
He smiles and reaches out his hand to you to shake.
I shake the man's hand.
As you pull your hand, as you shake his hand, and as you pull your hand out of his grip, you just feel a sharp pain from your palm.
Ow.
And he
Am I
leans
bleeding
back.
or anything?
You are bleeding. It looks like you got cut by something.
Well, I can. Either you have an incredibly rough hand, or this is the magic. This is the beginning.
It is. Be sure
Well.
to get something to eat on your way out.
Okay. I'll sort of look around for like something, a nice cured meat.
There's meat all over. You can just grab whatever you want.
Great. I'm gonna grab some, just hang it over my shoulder.
Okay, so you grab some meat and it smells fantastic to you.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
it smells like just one of the best meals you've ever had. And as you step out through the door, you find yourself with the rest of the party.
Hey guys.
Well, as I was the first person to step through, I'd be like, "Oh, Lulin, thank God." When you didn't step through with us, we were worried.
Lulin has a bigger shocked face than you do. I was put through possibly the shortest maze of my life. It's probably impacted me the most.
You ended
Uh,
up in a maze?
I could not string past the thoughts of having any of my friends, any of this party struck through, and I fell succumb to my own thoughts.
But you're here, so you must have been able to traverse it.
Yes. I met Olfast.
I don't even know how to describe the look of shock on Newson's face. Like, just utter, like, disbelief.
Was that a pun?
I hate you. Yes, utter disbelief. We disbelieve utters because we are minotaurs.
Yeah.
You have no faith in udders.
Hey guys, look at this cool umbrella that I found.
I think I can agree that we're both just gonna side glare at you.
Do you open the umbrella when you say that?
Yeah.
When you open it, everything underneath it just becomes encased in magical darkness.
Oh wow, this is really cool. This is cooler than I thought it was.
So it's just an umbrella and then blackness?
Yep. Like a curtain.
Pretty nifty.
I love that, but out of character, I love that. In character, Newson is like, there's a lot of information coming in all at once, and Newson's brain is short-circuiting. Like,
At this point, Elliot walks out. Elliot, give me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can resist just tearing into this meat because it smells so good.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
It just comes out with a giant turkey leg. Like, hey guys.
Unnatural funny.
Aw.
I mean, do you want to eat the meat or not?
Well, I'm not gonna like tear into it, but I'm gonna walk out. Guys, I got dinner, and just like rip off a big chunk of it and start gnawing on it.
So he walks out and says, "Guys, I got dinner," and you all look at him as he rips a chunk of raw mutton off this leg of mutton and just starts eating it like it's normal.
Oh.
He looks at Newsom. That's typically our job.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't.
it does look like really nice meat, but
I didn't know you were into such delicacies, Elliot.
I didn't know
Well.
elves ate raw food.
Well, it's good, isn't
It
it?
doesn't seem raw to you, Elliot.
It seems cured to me.
I mean, it looks pretty raw to us.
Huh. Matter of
Kinda
perspective, I guess.
Gross. It might. I don't know. The microbes. I wonder what the microbes think. They probably think it's raw. I feel like you should not eat that.
The microbes have
Eh.
opinions, and the opinions of those microbes are this meat is raw.
Well, you know, opinions are just like that. You know, they come and go. It doesn't matter.
Okay, look. Why
It's
don't we
good.
cook it a second time? That would make me feel better.
Well, sure. Got a fire?
Newson is just like having a moment. Llewellyn went to a maze and met the literal first Minotaur. Lyra picked up a magical item somewhere, and Elliot came back eating a raw leg of lamb. It's like, did you? I just walked through a door and then walked back. What?
Well, I went on a slight detour. I might have gotten distracted just a little bit on the way out.
I went to like a lost and found. It was pretty cool.
Lulin's
Oh,
just
really?
gonna scratch his head as if not the same thing had happened to him, but except he didn't go to the original destination.
Yeah,
You
we didn't
all ended up in.
see you there, Lumen. Where'd you end up?
I went through a tiny maze.
Oh, so you're less scared of him now. That's good.
Not that's not the point. That's not how this works.
Okay, well.
And Lulin's just going to outstretch his arms, showing the chains wrapped around him.
Oh, he got some new tats.
In
I hope they're
the
not symbolic.
In the olden days of Minotaurs, we would come here to get a new name for going through such mazes. I've gone through some personal turmoil, and Olfest has gifted these to me through an old tradition. This is, and he looks to Newsom. This is how they used to get their names.
Newson, roll history.
Okay.
I mean, they don't look like names so much as chains. Is this just a different dialect, or?
I mean, they could be represented like chain bearer, maybe.
17.
It's fair, I suppose.
It's kind of weird. You've never heard anything about this tradition.
Newson just looks at him weirdly and is like, I've never heard anything of that in all of the history that we've learned about Olfast and the old ways.
Luna's just gonna look at his arms. Well, what's done is done. He's just gonna awkwardly smile. Where to next?
I mean, I
As,
should clarify. That being said, I do absolutely believe you, Lulan. I have no reason to doubt you. You're not. I mean, it's not. We both speak very literally. So whatever you experienced, I believe you.
That being said, there's a lot of talk of a new name, but you haven't told us yet. And do you want to be called this new name? Are we allowed to know what it is?
It hasn't been. It was never given to me.
Perhaps
Oldfast never declared my new name.
Well, maybe
the
you just get to
trial
pick it
is not over. Perhaps that was just the beginning, and the rest of it is the maze. That would
then. Oh, I see.
be
So as soon
why
as we
it
get
felt
back
so
to the
short.
overworld-
Can I like reach out and I assume you still got your like arms out with the chains and like
Yeah.
touch
Yeah.
like is there any sensation? Like is it raised?
I
Like
would imagine. Where the chains are, the skin itself would feel a little raw.
It feels like brand new tattoos.
Yeah.
So it's
it would-
raised,
it
it's
would-
kind of swollen.
okay.
Yeah.
Did it hurt to get them?
A little bit, yeah, but it wasn't the worst pain I've ever felt.
Oh, well, that's good.
Elliot's just still eating raw mutton.
Well,
Was
we
it-
stop and go find a fire.
Yes, please just cook it one more time. It didn't
Well, I've been
take.
thinking. You have your magical identification. What if you just identify the
You want me to identify the mutton?
No. The tattoos.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh,
I know the mutton
we
is
had
mutton.
the
It's mutton.
same-
It tastes like mutton. Duh.
Maybe you wanted to know.
And you would know that if you had any, but whatever.
are you offering?
Look.
Yes, I offered when I walked out of the door. Do y'all want
God,
some mutton?
You're tearing into it like it's your last meal you've ever had. So I mean, we
Well,
Minotaurs
in the
know better
sense
than
it
to
is
take
the
food
most
that someone is
recent
actively
meal.
eating.
Look,
Sorry.
look, you're gonna get
That's
food
a mutton.
poisoning, and I'm worried about that.
No.
Ah,
Never had
we
food
eat raw meat.
poisoning. Never will get food poisoning. I'm fine.
Fine, don't come crying to me when your stomach hurts, and then I'm gonna
Immediately gets
sit
food
down
poisoning.
and identify the chains.
I don't actually know that you can cast Identify on something that's on a person.
Ah.
I'm checking.
While Lyra's trying that, can I look around and see if Took is in the area?
Yeah, Took is currently over by what looks like a carnival game with just a whole pile of memories in front of him. Just handing them to the man and then just throwing rings.
My God,
I'm
man's
rude.
It's true. Where's looking? Oh.
It's kind of in the air on whether you can use it on the chains, but they don't seem to have any magical properties.
I mean, okay. I mean, they don't seem very magical to me, or at least from what I can tell. Although it's a little not standard to do it on something that's like, in your skin. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
as far as I can tell. I do want to also cast Identify on this parasol, though. So, if we're all gonna sit around for another 10 minutes, I'd like to do that, or I can wait till later if we have something else to do.
While you cast that, you guys can talk to Took if you want to.
Yeah, Nuzin would at least walk over to
Absolutely.
Took.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna pull out the tip of my javelin. I'm gonna cut myself a chunk of that lamb. I'm also gonna have a bite.
So you walk over to Took Newson, and this kobold is intensely focused. just handing this man memory, taking ring, and without, like, never breaking eye contact with the bottle, and just throwing it and just missing.
Oh no.
And then just handing the man another memory for another ring.
What are you trying to win, Took?
Took's gonna look at you, and then look at the pile of memories and go, I don't know, it's somewhere in there. He's just gonna pass off another memory and take the ring and throw it. And he misses horribly again.
Wait, does that mean he doesn't remember that I owe him? Can that wait? Well, I'm gonna. Well, Took, a deal's a deal, and I have a memory for you.
Oh?
Yes.
Okay. And he just holds out his hand.
She specifically kept the one that the woman slid to her, like, separately.
Yep.
And drops it to him, because I don't remember what any of these memories are. I just know that one was separated.
Took grabs it with his little 3-fingered kobold hand and just immediately hands it to the guy and takes a ring and throws it. And this one gets closer to the bottle than any of the other ones have before it falls off the side.
Oh.
And Took just grabs another memory off the pile and passes it.
Would you like assistance?
He's gonna look at the guy behind the counter. Can Big Cow Lady win game for Took? The guy's just gonna kind of look at Took and go, I suppose. Would you like to give it a shot?
Certainly. If he's paying, I'll play.
He just hands you the ring that Took had.
And what is the object of this game?
To get the ring over the bottle.
All right. From my higher vantage point, because I'm significantly taller than this kobold, can I see if the bottle is, like, warped in any way, or if there is, like, something about, like, you know, how carnival games are, where they are not honest?
Roll insight.
Okay. Oh, it was so close to 19. But it's 9, I think. Yeah, 9.
You can't, nothing looks wrong with this bottle.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do my best to aim and toss.
Yep, give me an attack roll with dexterity.
Attack? Okay.
Just because it's a ranged attack, quote unquote.
But now you should be proficient with how much we've thrown people. Specifically person.
Would it be, like, unarmed attack?
Sure.
Okay.
It's just a d20 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. That's different than unarmed attack, so I'm just gonna roll dexterity, I guess.
Okay.
Or I don't have a modifier on my dex, but I do have a +5 on my hit DC, so that's a little. Those are two very different things for me.
Fair.
So dex or unarmed
just
attack.
roll dex. Roll dex. Show me the number.
12.
You go just over the top of the bottle.
Dang. Was it closer than any of the kobolds, like, throws?
No, most of the kobolds ones are sitting around the base of the bottle.
Okay.
Took's gonna look at you and go, you bad at game.
You know, I thought maybe being taller would give me an advantage, but turns out not so.
Where's
Good
Smart
luck.
Lady? Smart Lady knows math and stuff.
This is true. She's just over, and Newsen kind of looks over to where the group was.
The Lyra just casting a ritual around this parasol.
Yep.
Mhm. I can send her your way when she's finished with what she's doing.
Okay.
And
He's just gonna
Newsom-
take another memory and hand it to the guys. You walk away.
Yep. Newsom heads back over.
Am I done with my ritual?
You are. This parasol casts the spell Darkness under it anytime it is opened.
Okay, cool. That's kind of what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. All right, I'm done. It does what I think it did, and nothing more. What's going on?
This mutton pretty good.
Ugh, you too.
Said what I was thinking.
I don't know what you know about. Excuse me. I don't know what you know about Minotaur anatomy, but we can have, raw meat.
For the last
puts, like,
time,
he puts like a
it's not
hand
raw.
up to like the side of his mouth. But I do agree with Elliot. It's pretty dang good.
See? Actually, I want
Well,
some too.
no, not really. Have fun with that. And I'm gonna look around for Newsom.
I'm walking back up.
So I'm gonna wave. Hello.
Hi. How'd your parasol investigation go?
Exactly as I expected.
Ah, I see.
That's
It's
so
a
not
dark
very
parasol.
helpful. Yeah.
Well, Took is spending hundreds and hundreds of memories on playing a ring toss game. I tried to help. It didn't work out.
Hundreds.
He
I only got like
Ho-
7.
Well, I imagine so I asked him what he was trying to win, and he said he didn't remember because the memory was in the pile. So,
Oh my,
I see.
that does sound like a problem.
I'm pretty sure the kobolds I'm almost tempted to believe that the kobolds speak the way they do because they've simply given up the ability to say certain words in their memories that they spend here.
Wow, it must be a pretty good game, I guess.
It is a ring toss. And I didn't see any prizes, so I'm not sure what you win. Probably more memories, if I had to guess. Maybe a really valuable one.
The memory of winning, perhaps?
I suppose. That's how you remember that you've already won the game. But my deal is paid, so
Oh, good. Well, did we want to do anything else here? I'm a little worried about spending too much time. I did see some people who looked like they'd been in here for a couple of decades.
well,
So-
yes,
Yeah?
but we
Where
can't
are they?
leave
We should
until
go
the
ask
fog
them.
clears. So
Hmm?
Let's go ask them how long they've been here. Maybe they're just Renaissance enthusiasts.
they're cosplaying.
I mean, maybe. I'm gonna look around. Do I see the ones I spotted before?
They're around.
All right. I mean, those ones over there look like they're pretty old.
From behind you where Took was sitting, you guys just hear frantic cheering as Took just takes a single memory back from this dude.
Oh.
And then he just scoops all of his pile into a bag and then takes the memory he got from the guy and looks at it and just sticks it in a separate pocket.
Well, there you go. Gotta have some value, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad he got what he was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
When he's gonna stop and like look around and then just make his way over to all of you and look at Newsom and go, "You said you send Math Lady to help."
You won the game before I could send her over.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. To be fair, I'm not super coordinated, if I'm being honest. So I don't know how well that would have gone anyway.
He's gonna pull the memory out of his pocket and hold it out to you, Lyra.
Oh, what's this?
Took want name Bob.
you, you can have the name Bob. How do I give it to you?
You trade it.
He's just gonna say take ball.
All right. Then I'll take that.
You feel almost like a weird like shift of the wind as you take it. And in all of your memories, you can remember that this is Took, but he sometimes goes by Bob.
Wow, that's really cool, actually. What's I'm gonna say what is in this memory that you've handed me?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
Break it.
All right. Why not?
It's no longer currency if you break it.
Yeah, but don't we have enough currency?
Not as
I-
much as Took.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's up to
Maybe-
you. If you'd like to experience the memory and what happens? Does it get compartmentalized as somebody else's memory that you just have? Are you self-inserted into the memory?
I don't know, but I really want to find out. It'll be a good site here. I'll take out a little notebook and say like, okay, I'm gonna write down exactly how it works, okay?
All right.
And then she's gonna break the memory.
So, Lyra crushes this memory pearl in her hand. And you watch as blue smoke leaks from between her fingers, and then you watch as presumably it's absorbed, but you see the blue light run up all the veins in Lyra's arm until it hits her eyes that begin to glow brightly blue. And Lyra, you are experiencing being turned to stone.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, okay, that was pretty horrific.
well, so you
Um,
experience the fact that you turn. So you see a bunch of elves in front of you,
Mhm.
like in a military line. And you see all of them, the same things happening to all of them, and you can feel yourself turning to stone. Your arms aren't working right, your legs aren't working right, you can't seem to move, everything feels heavy. And then, as you watch the tip of your snout, because you can realize you're a minotaur, as you watch the tip of your snout turn to stone, you realize that you are still painfully, horribly conscious. And then the memory ends.
Oh, wow. Okay. And she kind of sets down her book.
Well?
That was pretty horrible.
Oh. Bad memory.
I was a minotaur, and there were like lines of elves, like maybe they were in the military, in front of me. And then I started to turn to stone. Like my arms didn't work. And then it just traveled up and up and up. But after I was completely stone, I was still there. Like I was still conscious. Ugh.
Are you telling me all those people under that tree are still alive?
Well, remember, Elliot, you don't know what happened to the tree.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
There's only one person here that knows.
There's two people here that know.
yeah.
Oh,
Ugh,
well, yeah, I guess you know.
that was horrible.
Secondarily.
I don't envy whoever that happened to.
Well, if their memory was here, maybe they got here.
Or someone took
Maybe.
it from them.
So
I don't
that's
know.
fair.
Newson's ears are like pinned back, and she kind of gets like a distant look and starts like pacing a little bit.
Lulin's visibly unhappy.
Took, who is just standing on the ground, crushes one of the pearls that he has, and after he comes out of it, goes, I was gonna win valuable memory, and takes his bag back to the thing, dumps all of them out, and then starts handing the guy memories for rings.
Oh no!
Wait. Took Should I could just tell him what was in that memory.
Took is no longer next to you.
Ah.
As soon as he realized what he was going to win, he became no longer concerned with what was going on.
Well, do you think I should go tell him what the memory was of?
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty, I'm gonna walk over there then and say like, Took, you gave me that memory that you want. Do you want to know what's in it?
You mean Bob?
I mean, Bob. All sometimes goes by
Both.
Bob. Yeah.
Fair.
No,
fair.
Took, you know have to tell. Took going win memory himself.
Wouldn't it be a
Alright.
different memory?
I mean, I could do a throw for you if you want.
Okay. I'm just gonna hand you a ring.
Alright. Let's see.
Give me. You're a smart person. Give me just a flat intelligence roll.
Ooh, okay. Oh wait, that's a saving throw. Flat intelligence. Oof.
Everything's fine. Yeah, make your throw.
Alright, let's go. Then that's just a dex, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright. That's fairly good.
It goes right past the bottle.
Oh,
If it ain't a nat 20, it's not going on.
gosh, I thought I really had it. Sorry about that.
It okay. You about as helpful as Big Cow.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank.
I'll head back to the group. Yeah, he was fine. He didn't even want to know.
Yeah, fair enough.
As you guys are watching, you see the other two kobolds run out of a tent and dump a bunch of memories next to Tukes, and then they also start throwing rings.
It's fine. They'll be fine, right?
I suppose it's
Anyways. there were some
someone's
ancient
money for them to
people talk
spend
to.
how they want.
Fair.
Well, did we still want to talk to those people that looked like they were from the past?
Yeah.
All right, I might have to locate new ones. Do I see anyone?
I mean, there's people everywhere.
Yeah, I would specifically want to locate someone who looks like they're in old clothes.
Who's also human.
Human or elf or I guess I only know about human clothes, right?
Yeah.
So human.
So you spot a group of humans just kind of laying under a tree, just blissfully unaware.
Okay, like these guys. These guys have weird clothes.
Nice. Howdy, folks. How are you today?
You walk over and you look at them, and they look back at you and they go, "Huh?
How are you today?
Been good. How about you?"
Oh, it's fantastic. Do you happen to know what day it is? Or year, even?
What was that?
Okay.
How long have you guys been here?
Oh, we've only been to a few tents, not that long.
Ah. Okay. What was how did you guys get into here? Where'd you come from?
It's the circus. You just step through the door.
Right, I mean, where were you before?
It's a small town called Stipvale.
Small town. All right. Gosh, that sounds interesting. What was any news from Stipvale?
No, not that I can remember. They just started setting up traps in the woods for some reason.
What kind of traps?
Why do you want to know?
I don't know. Just I haven't been there in a long time.
Easy to find ones? I mean, if you're from there, you should know the path, so.
Right. Huh. Weird. Thanks for your time. Is there anything any of you wanted to ask them? Turning to the group.
Didn't really have any answers for me.
But yeah, we might want to get going. They only think they've been here for a little while. And it's been a long time.
The guy's gonna point to
What?
Newson and Lulin and go, how'd you get your cows talking and walking?
I think that might be offensive.
We are minotaurs. What? What? Is this some kind of slur?
No,
Cow?
y'all
What?
are definitely cows.
No, I mean they look a little bit like cows, but they're minotaurs.
They're like cow
Totally
Newson
different.
looks at Lyra. What is a cow?
You know, well, it's like,
It's kind of like a sheep.
yeah, but just a cow. And they kind of look like you. I'm not meaning to be rude. I'm sorry.
Newson looks at Lulin, very
Listen.
confused.
Listen, we'll see some in Stipvale probably, or around.
Oh yeah, there's a place in Stipvale that just makes the best steak.
You know, I don't.
Like the stakeout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a stakeout.
So there's a place that is
no,
meant for watching
Nope,
people?
I think
no.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
little
I
bit-
guess you could watch people while you eat.
Do you typically watch people eat during a stakeout? If so, then we've been
Yes.
doing stakeouts wrong.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we have.
I guess you would.
Well, anyway, I think we should move along probably and get home.
Imagine Lyra just like pushing them away.
Yeah.
Let's just go that way.
Bye. Have a good day. Let me I'll try and say this. Let me know if this comes through non-translatable. I'm
Okay, that's definitely rude.
trying to talk to them in their native language.
We speak Minotaur.
I don't know what that is. But I guess. He's gonna look at one of the girls laying next to him. You meet the strangest people at the carnival.
Yeah.
And snorts.
So yeah, I feel like we should get going. Maybe we can ask for them to stop the circus.
I suppose we need to try and think about going to the ringmaster and walk through a door.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah. That usually actually ends pretty well, so yeah. Let's do that.
I did get this cool umbrella.
I don't know what people are worried about with these doors.
Newson walks over to the nearest, like, small tent.
Alright. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
Everyone who's going through.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep. 18.
Let's see if Lulin.
17?
Oh my god.
Newson is the only one that's
again.
not going to get lost here. Everybody else going in all sorts of directions. Newson just gets where she wants to go.
Lulin's so his mind's just like, what cows? What steak?
Oh,
Have we been
no.
doing stakeouts wrong?
Oh no.
Have
Oh
we...
no. You've been
You're about
thinking
to
about
end
the
up
stakeout.
in a
So the three of you step into an empty room right as the ringmaster appears and goes. And he just appears like he just finished his set, and he turns around, looks at you, and just goes, "Ah!"
Well, hello to you too.
Appears you can be spooked as well. Good to know.
Spooked by your own antics.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should go through these doors trying to scare people.
Okay, well, let's table that one for now. It's a good idea.
Is there something you
However-
need, or would you rather just leave?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Would you
Leave it,
mind?
actually.
Yeah, would you mind stopping the circus so that we can leave?
In your hometown, correct?
Yeah, we want to get to Stipvale, but I don't know if that
I'm
matters.
certain it does.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to get to Stipvale.
Stipvale's on the path we take, but 3 does not a party make.
3.
Oh,
Susan turns around.
where'd Lulin go again?
God
Every
damn
time.
Do you think he'll eventually show up?
Lulin,
Here? Go look.
Yeah.
you step out into what is very clearly a barn.
Oh.
And just from one of the pens next to you, a cow just goes, "Moo."
He's gonna turn around. Did that damn kid follow me here?
"Moo."
The fuck is that?
You can see the cows.
Yeah.
"Moo."
Lulin's just gonna get like right up to its face.
It's gonna lick your face.
Lulin's very unsettled.
"Moo."
Moo.
"Moo."
He's gonna give it a little pat on the head.
"Moo."
I'm just gonna wander around the barn.
As you go to you see that there are in fact there's pigs and sheep and horses in this barn as well. And as you get to the other end, where the door opens, and just like a 6-year-old kid is just looking up at you, just, "Hi there."
Hey, how's it going?
"Ma, one of the cows is talking."
Lulin's going to like look back at the cow, look down at himself, seeing that he's wearing all this gear. Looking back at the cow, he's gonna look back at the kid. Mrrr.
Yeah, that's about right. And the kid's gonna walk past you and just start refill and feed things.
Ignores the backpack and hammers and everything.
Oh yeah, doesn't
Fine.
care.
Stupid kid. I mean, mrrr.
I must be seeing things. Stupid cows.
Lulin reaches for the hammer.
Child psychotic.
He's gonna turn around and look at Lulin and walk up to an empty pen and go, "Come on, big guy, let's get you put away so you can get some food."
Lulin's just gonna walk behind him, but like walk normally.
"Come on, big guy, get in the pen."
He's gonna get in the pen, but he's just gonna keep standing.
As you step through the door to the pen, you appear in the ringmaster's quarters.
Howdy.
Good. Okay, now we're all here.
Where
can I retcon something real quick?
Sure.
Can I come back, but with like a giant like handful of hay?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Thank you. Like my arm is just like I literally just have like a
You just have a bale of hay under one
yeah,
of
I have
your
like one of those like
arms.
small rectangular bay hills. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I just reach down, take a bite.
He's also got a feed bag
Yeah.
strapped to his head.
Yeah. I take a chunk out and hand it to Newson.
Why are you
See,
eating?
when you get lost, you always just find food.
I mean, that was
I mean,
the
I
first
found an
case, but
umbrella, but
How is it that I am the only one not getting lost?
I don't know. I think the goblin
Susan
said
just
it
eats
best.
the hay.
Big empty cow head.
I don't.
Though I
Susan is
assure you they are near, I guarantee there's no goblins here.
you mean the kobolds?
Sometimes I forget. You know me.
So anyway, about that stop. When's that gonna happen? Eats hay. It's like eating a bag of popcorn, like we're sharing it between us. She just like reaches her hand in.
Lillian's gonna get like right next to Newson and just have like a just like carrying it out so she could have easier access to the hay.
The circus will be stopping soon when the sun in a different world hits noon.
how long will it have been since we left? Has it been a long time? In our world, I guess.
Lamb, thanks for the sub. Time is quite a fickle thing. I don't have a rhyme. That's it.
It is I who is the master of this ring.
Nice.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I try.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we did walk into this guy's like dressing room, so you know.
Yeah, that was kind of rude. All right. So is the next stop Stipvale?
Haven't you yet learned the rules? Where you... Thinking of where you enter is only for fools. If you truly wish to find your way, just think of a place and step into the day.
All right. All right.
So I guess we just need to wait for the fog to clear and then
Mhm.
hope to God that we all end up in the place that we think of.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna.
Can we like hold hands and walk through? Will that take us to the same place?
Here, I have an idea too.
If going together is what you hope, likely best to buy some rope.
Aha, okay.
Oh.
So
That's good to know.
ideally, we could bind ourselves together and then follow you through because we're going to your town, so you would probably have the most specific direction that you could take us.
That sounds good.
Who's in
Well
front is
then.
important still. Make sure they have the strongest will.
I do sometimes lose focus. So I could do it, or I could also, I could put a memory of Stipvale into my scarf here, and then someone might have a better idea of what it looks like and things. if we wanted someone else to take us.
I guess that's true. I feel that I have simply been incredibly lucky. I don't know if I could say for certain that I would take us to where we need to go.
Okay, I can do it then.
That's fair.
All right. And I guess we should probably go back to the circus. So
Back through the door we go.
yeah.
Yeah. Though this time when Elliot's walking back through the door, he's not focusing on the circus.
Oh, there was
focusing
no
on-
door to this room.
Oh.
Where do we go then?
How do
You
we get
guys
out?
just appeared in this room.
I'm gonna ask the ringmaster how to get out.
Hmm. The cost of getting in is cheap, but the cost of leaving can be quite steep.
You're gonna. So you want us to stay in your dressing room?
A place is just a place. Nothing changes like a face.
I think this guy's a little creepier than he let on.
All right. I guess should we give him a memory?
You want some hay? He takes out a chunk and offers it.
Though the horses may crave hay, I'm going to have to say nay.
Okay,
Well
I
then,
offer.
what do you want?
I have an almost endless coffer, so let's hear what you have to offer. Alright, one sec, guys. We're gonna go to a quick break.
Okay.
And we are back. So, what do you have to offer him?
Hay.
Uh,
I offer a bigger clump of hay.
should we give him a memory, or I guess I have this umbrella, but I do think it's pretty cool.
I mean, what? He literally said he has an endless coffer, which means that he doesn't want money. He probably doesn't want memories, because people probably have to pay him memories just to watch the shows. He wants.
But every memory is unique.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out two of the original memories, the ones that I don't know what they, and sort of offer them up for all four of us to go.
He takes two of the memories from you. And he reaches up and he flips down what almost looks like a jeweler's glass. And he looks at the memories. And he goes, "Potent memories indeed. Are you sure there's something you won't need?"
Well, of course I don't know that. I don't know what they are.
Suppose a risk you'll have to take. But you... No, that's all I got.
Hey, Steven?
Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh moment.
Bruh.
Walled iron, thanks for the host.
Wow.
I gotta go on another quick break. Puppy made a
Oh
mess.
my god. Oh.
Oh no.
Hey, Wailed.
Whale.
Oh, it's wailed.
Sorry, everyone. I do not control the needs of the puppy. Well,
Yep.
I do, but the puppy makes its
You
own
cut-
decisions.
You kinda do.
I kinda do, but the puppy makes more decisions than I do. We're training each other, really?
Yeah.
Where were we at? What were you offering him? More hay?
We
2 of the original
hay
memories.
and 2 of the memories that are from people we don't know.
Yes.
But I did in fact offer more hay.
Yeah.
These memories I will take as long as you realize what's at stake.
We try to avoid that word around here, but
What's at
Um,
stake?
well, you have to clue us in on what's on the table here.
Though seeing the memories has many perks, telling you's not how this works.
Do you think we should switch them out for something that you knew you'd be okay with not having anymore?
I mean, maybe the memories that we were given that don't belong to us are actually more valuable
Mm-hmm.
than the ones that we're aware that we gave.
Yeah.
That-
What should we give up?
You and I can each contribute one of our actual memories.
I'd gladly take
Okay.
I'd gladly take your old friends' faces if you're okay with someone trading them places.
I'm just gonna look confused. Are you talking to me?
He just nods.
Huh. What do you mean someone takes their places?
He just smiles.
Suppose with that memory, you could impersonate someone.
So all 6 of them?
All 6, just one. I guess it depends
Just-
how far you want to run.
We're literally just trying to get out of this room, you spooky bastard.
I'll give him one of the friends.
Okay. He takes it from you, smiles, and a door appears in one of the walls.
Great. Elliot's gonna walk through, very much focused on the carnival circus.
Yep.
So you all come out,
Mm-hmm.
and you are in a forest of probably some of the largest redwoods you've ever seen.
Oh, is this?
Lyra, you
This-
realize you're about 2 miles down the path leading out of Stipvale.
Oh, guys, we're here. This is home. Or close enough. We're about 2 miles away.
Oh, so he just sent us out. Out.
Seems like it.
Great. Can't wait for that to come haunt me.
Well, and wait. We were told that you couldn't leave the circus until the fog cleared. But I guess the ringmaster can just do it whenever he wants.
Maybe the fog cleared while we were in there.
I don't like that guy.
We are out, aren't we? I mean, it looks like home, but
It's not a fake home, is it?
To the
Uh,
best that
home,
you can
real
tell,
home.
you're out.
Lilith's going to go up and chop up some leaves.
They are in fact leaves.
Do we
Lulin and
still-
Nuzin, you guys don't have that like sick feeling in your stomach anymore.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's good. Do we still have like our little memory orbs?
Mhm.
Like, okay. We just maintain those. in and out. It doesn't matter.
Yep. They're not glowing in this world, though. They just look like rocks.
Interesting.
Wonder if we can still look at them here. Well, I guess we should figure that out later, though. We might want. What time of day is it?
It's like noon.
Oh.
You know, when the fog would clear.
I see.
Mm,
Oh my goodness.
okay. Well, I guess we could start.
Well,
Yeah.
lead the
Might as
way,
well
I
head down
suppose.
the road, going where we're going.
All right, I'll lead the way.
Alright. So you lead the way, and you guys begin heading down the path. You make it about a half mile before you come across what looks like a checkpoint. And there's a bunch of humans in green. It's obviously metal, but it looks like they tampered with the color. So it's green, it blends into the environment, and it's all what you would consider light armor.
Okay.
So nobody really heavily armored at this post, but as you walk up, one of them holds out a hand and goes, "Stop! What is your purpose for entering Stipvale?"
I'm here to see my family. They send a message.
And you are?
Lyra. Lyra Dream Shadow.
Ah. We've been expecting you.
Also, what day is it today?
I'm sorry, what?
We've been in the wilderness for a while, you know. What day is it today?
But you couldn't tell the passing of days?
Well, you know, some weird stuff has been going on.
To be quite honest with you, we were knocked out for a few days and various dangers of the trail.
Is
we
it
just wanna
normal for
nail
humans
down
to
the
just
day.
be suspicious of everyone? Is it so hard to
Yes.
answer a question?
Ma'am, we're on the brink of war. I don't think my suspicion is anything above normal.
Asking about the day is suspicious?
It is when you bring an elf.
Well,
Oh, hold
look,
up. What's wrong with what's wrong with me? I'm clearly not involved with my people, am I?
I don't know, are you?
No,
And what's your name?
Elliot.
Elliot what?
Elliot. Whatever.
Hmm.
Elliot Burning Oak.
Okay, Mr. Burning Oak. Well, to answer your question, it's the end of the week. So I don't know how long you were lost for.
how long does that make it for us out of character?
About 2 days.
2 days.
Which is wild
Wow.
because from Apud to Stipvale is normally like a month-long journey.
Oh boy.
Wow. We certainly made good time. Is it okay if we go in then? I can vouch for all of these people if that helps at all.
You are all traveling with Miss Dream Shadow?
Yes, sir.
He takes a crow and he ties a message to its leg and throws it into the air. And it takes off towards the city and he goes, "They will be expecting you at the gate, Mrs. Dream Shadow."
Thanks.
And you all proceed down the road.
They sure like you here.
I wouldn't say that exactly.
I am more
Yeah.
struck by the fact that Elliot was the one that they had a problem with. I'm so used to being, the suspicion being on Lulin and I.
It's okay.
Right.
We all know the elves are assholes.
Well, I assume that means that we've aligned ourselves against the elves, but I don't know.
I don't see why not. There's nothing good to go back there, anyways.
Right. Well, all right. Let's head on down the path, and all of you can tell that Lyra has like started wringing her hands, and she's gotten like very, very nervous as we get closer and closer to town.
So as you
So
walk,
it's-
you all follow Lyra, and Lyra is expertly dodging the traps that she knows are in the path because she grew up here. And as you head forward, you start to see in the tree these buildings, either in the trees or built around the trees, and some of them look like they're even in like hollowed out tree trunks. Just general, but you start to see more and more of them until you come out into an opening under the world tree. And the world tree extends thousands of feet up, and you see its branches disappear among the clouds. And there is just a massive city built into this tree, and around this tree, and hanging from the tree. And there is
Wow.
a stone wall overgrown with ivy surrounding the base of the clearing, with guards all around it.
Well,
Never
this
mentioned
is
how big
this
this
is
place
home.
was.
Oh yeah, that's partially how I knew those people were from so long ago, because it's not a little town.
You also notice that there are burned out houses and debris scattered
What?
around.
Oh my gosh, what happened? Do I know any of the people that live in these particular houses?
No, most of the people you know are all in the upper branches.
Oh no. Can I ask one of the guards what happened?
So you walk up to one of the guards and you ask him what happened. He says, "Where have you been? The airships fell out of the sky."
What? How?
"We don't know. All of them fell out of the sky on the same day that the elves attacked the Minotaurs."
But it
Oh
what?
my god.
Okay.
Phew,
Guess I was
excuse me.
playing in that one.
Anyways, I just need to verify your identities and I can let you into the city.
All right. I'm a Lyra Dreamship. Do I have papers? Yes.
You do have papers.
Yeah. Okay. Show them.
He takes your papers and he looks at them. And then he looks up at you and he whistles. Just. And he takes your papers and tucks them into his bag.
I kind of need those.
I can assure you, you won't be needing them where you're going. And
Where am I
as that
Newson
is,
immediately puts herself between that guy and Lyra.
as that happens, you hear footsteps from the trees all around you as guards walk out, and these are more heavily armored guards, walk out, plant their shields, and drop their spears to point them at all of you.
What's going on?
The man who took your papers steps back, looks at you, and goes, "Lyra Dream Shadow, by order of Magistrate Carden Sage Drifter, you and your party are under arrest." And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh my god.
Oof.
But I want to fight.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We finally made it to Stipvale. And then promptly got arrested.
Yeah, that's.
Or, well,
that's
they're
how
gonna
I
try.
go. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited to see what happens.
So, next session next week. Confirmed.
Ugh. Perhaps.
We'll work it out.
Perhaps.
Anyways, going from left to right, guys, we're going to wrap up Bits, Crits, and Half, which we've been going for about 3 hours, which is a little longer than our normal streams, but we had some catching up to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think it should always be this long.
well, true. But a lot of interesting things happened. So we're going to go from left to right and just reintroduce all our players if they have any projects they want to plug, and then we'll wrap it up. So we'll start with Elliot.
Elliot today has made some interesting decisions, made some deals that may or may not be regrettable in the future. We'll see. I have no projects to shout out right now.
Okay.
Next.
Lyra?
Hello, I play Lyra. My name is Rosie, and I'm one Rosie CS on Twitch. As for projects, I'm going to be starting a homework stream with Flam probably next Sunday. So if you have some homework to do, first of all, I can help you with your homework. I'm very good at math. Yeah, or you can just hang out. It should be really chill.
All right. Newson?
Whoa. I am the Sky T. I play Newson Stormhorn, and I have a pretty normal streaming schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So I'm gonna be streaming in like an hour and a half, some like chill Stardew Valley vibes, where I open a bunch of trash cans and insult everybody. So be there.
And Lulin.
Hi, it me, Lulin, aka Brando. I don't stream, but if I'm not a mod for any of these people, I'm probably and most definitely in their chats. Check out everybody. Deadlands is a future thing in the near future. I believe September?
Early September.
Early
Should be,
September?
hopefully.
Minecraft,
Someday.
zombies, guns. You love to see it.
Cars.
Cars.
Yeah.
Vroom vroom.
Yeah. There's also an amusing park. That's also very fun. And
Amusement park.
That's all for me.
Gonna have to build a cow there now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, yep, Deadlands is coming up. Be sure to go follow all of these wonderful people. If you want to steal money from Jeff Bezos, feel free to subscribe with Prime.
Hell yeah.
Until we see you again, which could be later this week or it could be the next episode of Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, stay cool, stay in school, and stay techno. We'll catch you then. Haha, just kidding. I forgot that we raid people in this household. Who's live?
me
No one
look
on
at-
my list. Let's see.
I know who we'll raid. We're gonna raid my buddy Tato.
Tato. Yeah, no one on my list is live either.
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna send you over to that guy Tato. Show him some love. Be friendly. Spam the badger in chat because that is hilarious and it always works out. But yeah, we'll catch you then.
Yeet. Hello. Hello,
Like,
sad woman.
There a
online
dog?
server was crazy. Yo,
Yep, she's
Tato,
oh.
what's good, homie?
She's been grumbling
Oh,
because she
shit,
knows something is happening, but she doesn't know
raid.
what is happening.
Yo, what is
Um,
up? And coming with the sub, you're
But
crazy,
she's like, "You're
brother. Holy
hacking, and I
shit.
don't like
Yo,
it.
thank you so
I don't
much
like
for that.
change because I'm an
Damn,
old
dog, how was
woman."
the stream?
Hey,
Welcome,
hey,
Raiders. My
hi.
name is Tato. I'm a variety streamer that pretends he's a professional Apex
Oh,
player at times.
what a baby.
And right now is currently addicted to Bless.
Good
Unleashed.
session, everyone. I am
And
so
I need,
upset that I
help with
didn't
this
get any
addiction. It's
special
terrible.
encounters in the circus.
What's up, Rose?
Right?
Spacious